Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is your friend Nimi from Gardening Diary. It's already summer, isn't it? The temperature here is 33-34 degrees Celsius in Trivandrum, Kerala. It's a perfect timing to grow a lot of summer flowers. One of that flower is balsam, so that is what we are going to see today. I thought I'll post a quick video on how to grow and care for those beautiful plants. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can go ahead and subscribe to get more updates on roses, gerberas, and a lot of other plants. So let's go ahead and see today's topic then. Here I have few balsam plants today to show you all. All these are actually grown from seeds. Yes, it's been few months since they germinated and reached the stage where they are today. I'm very happy and satisfied. I'll show you how the seeds look like and how do we take seeds from balsam plants. I have a couple of old plants from which I think we'll go and pick some seeds, so you'll know how the seeds look like, what size it is, and all. So this is how a seed pod look like, and the seeds are tiny like mustard seeds, but it's not black, but it's more like brown in color. So we need to dry these seeds. Sometimes you would also see green color seeds if they're not dried properly or not ready yet or not matured fully. So that's how the seeds are. We need to dry them and then set for germination. So I hope you now know how a balsam seed looks like, how tiny they are, and then how beautiful the plant is when it grows. Although the seed is tiny, the flowers and plant is beautiful, isn't it? Tip number 1 about balsam: it's always good to germinate it on the pot in which we would use to grow them. You can use a 6-inch pot or a 9-inch pot like I have done, and you can put 2 to 3 seeds in a 9-inch pot and 1 or 2 seeds in a 6-inch pot, although here you see single plant, but maximum 1 or 2 in a 6-inch pot and maximum 3 or 4 seeds in a 9-inch pot, so at least you'll get 3 plants out of that. But do not overcrowd, do not put more seeds in a pot like that. Finally, we'll end up with leggy plant. The plant will not be sturdy like what you see in my pot. The potting mix can have equal part of coco peat, soil, and cow dung powder or compost. You can also use red soil if needed. This plant will respond well, and ensure the pot has got good drainage, otherwise the plant will die. So it will take approximately 2 months for the plant to grow like what you see on this video. If the plant is healthy and good, you'll have very strong stem and the plant will have plenty of branches on it. And only after that it will start setting buds. So this plant here has just started blooming and the buds have started coming off on the other plants. A healthy balsam plant will have plenty of branches like what you see on this plant. Isn't it beautiful? That is when it blooms, it'll look very rich and pretty as well. This is a bicolor balsam actually. It's a mix of red and pale pink. It's just started to bloom, so I can't wait for it to, wait for the entire plant to be covered with the blooms. The normal pest that we usually get on these plants are mealybugs or white flies, so you can continue to spray the neem oil and liquid soap mixture or chem if you have, or any other home remedy or kitchen ingredient pesticides which is there on my other video. You can also mulch. I haven't mulched these pots, so you just see the soil on top because there were very little soil and I filled some spare soil which I had. This pot is mulched properly with coco peat and dried cow dung. I'm going to do the same for the other pots as well. These plants love full sun, so keep them on full sun all the time and water thoroughly in the morning. Do not overwater and ensure the soil is moist. So now I'm poking the soil here, so you can see the soil is wet and not soggy and the moisture is intact. So that is how the soil should be. Otherwise, we'll end up losing the plant. So water very well in the morning once, and in the evening you can do a little bit of misting if you see your plant is kind of drooping down, if all the leaves are all dull and facing down. So just mist slightly over the leaves at around 4:30. And these plants are not fussy about watering on the leaves, unlike hydrangeas or roses or other plants. So that should be fine. Tip number 2 is about ensuring you control the pests by doing regular pesticides on a weekly basis. Tip number 3 is about fertilizing. I only fed top rose. Top rose is a powder meal. It's a food which I use for roses, and I put that for all of the flowering plants. So I just do 1 teaspoon of that when the plants are around 6-inch height. You don't really have to feed 1 spoon at that time, half spoon in a pot. And now for a plant of this size, you can do 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon. If it is a 9-inch pot, 1 tablespoon, but if it is a small pot, you can do 1 teaspoon. You can also use any other flower mix that you get in local nursery. You can do that as well. Or you can do any of the home fertilizer, the liquid fertilizer, or you can do DAP or NPK if you do that. The plant will respond well. I have tried DAP. I don't know NPK. I haven't tried that yet. Tip number 4, keep in full sun and water thoroughly. Ensure the soil is moist, not dry. You can mulch if needed and do an evening mist. It's very simple, they're hardy, and if we just follow this, the plant will be healthy and they'll form plenty of buds which we can enjoy. And once it set flowers, the growth of there won't be much of growth or new stems. So that's the end. And then it'll start setting seeds and the life cycle ends there. You can collect and store those seeds for next season. And most often they self-seed themselves. That's what I like about them. So that's about balsam, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. More than happy to help. Until we meet on next video, happy gardening everybody. Take care and be safe. This is your friend Nimi saying goodbye.